Hello dear students, welcome back to the NCERT science class of 8th standard. Dear students, in the previous class we have started the study of the topic metals and non-metals, in which we have studied the different the properties of metals and non-metals. We have studied the physical property of metals and physical properties of non-metals. We have studied the before the last period. In the last period we have studied the chemical properties of metals. In the chemical property of metal we have studied we have studied the first one. When we study the chemical properties of metals, the first one we have studied the reaction of metals with the oxygen. See, here we saw that when metals reacts with the atmospheric oxygen, they form the oxides of that metal. When metals reacts with the atmospheric oxygen, form the respective oxides of that metal. For example, if sodium reacts with the oxygen, it forms the sodium oxide. If magnesium reacts with the oxygen, it forms the magnesium oxide. Respective oxides of that metal. When metals reacts with the atmospheric oxygen, it forms the respective oxides of that metal. Which metal is reacting with the oxygen? For example, magnesium is reacting with the oxygen, it forms the magnesium oxide. Next, calcium, if it reacts with the oxygen, it forms the calcium oxide. Copper reacts with the oxygen, it forms the copper oxide. Iron, if it reacts with the oxygen, it forms the iron oxide. See, whichever the metals that will react with the oxygen, it forms the oxides of that metal. Yes. Next, dear students, we have studied the next chemical property, that is reaction of metals with the water. See, when metals reacts with the water, it forms the metallic oxide and hydrogen gas. See, when metals reacts with the water, it forms when metals reacts with the water, it forms the metallic hydroxide. See, for example, sodium, when it reacts with the water, it forms the sodium hydroxide. And next, the sodium hydroxide and the hydrogen gas will be liberated. When metals reacts with the water, it forms the metallic hydroxide. If sodium metal reacts with the water, it forms the sodium hydroxide and hydrogen gas will be liberated. In the last class, by opening the last video of the 8th standard, you can see that what we have studied with the clear equations. Yes, you will come to know. Next, dear students, after this one we have studied the reaction of metals with the acids. When metals reacts with the acids, they form the respective salt of that metal and hydrogen gas will be liberated. See what happens? Sodium is a metal. When it reacts with the acid like this hydrochloric acid, it forms the sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a salt and forms the hydrogen gas. Isn't it? That we have studied. And also we have studied the reaction of metals with the base. But here what happens? All the metals are non-reactive with base, but few metals, the highly reactive metals, show the reaction with the base. See what happens when sodium reacts with the when zinc reacts with the sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a base. NaOH is a base. You have studied in 7th standard. Base. The sodium hydroxide is a base and zinc is a metal. When zinc reacts with the sodium hydroxide, it forms sodium zincate. It forms the sodium zincate. But here what happens? All the bases are non-reactive with the base. Yes? That's all about that we have studied in the previous class. That's all about the previous class. Next, dear students, now we are going to study the chemical properties of non-metals. Before going to study the chemical properties of non-metals, one concept we have to study, that is double displacement reaction. Displacement reaction, not double displacement reaction. Displacement reaction. See here what happens, dear students? Magnesium is a metal. When we react with the copper sulfate, see what happens here? It forms Cu will separate. See here what happens? When magnesium reacts with copper sulfate, it forms magnesium sulfate and copper will be separated. See here what happens, dear students? Magnesium displaces the copper. Displacement reaction means changing of place. Displacement means changing of place. See here we have used the magnesium. We react the magnesium with the copper sulfate. Magnesium displaces the copper from its sulfate ions. See what happens? It forms the magnesium sulfate and copper will be separated. Displacement reaction. Here what happens? We can define the displacement reaction as the reaction in which highly reactive metals displaces the less reactive metal. See, highly reactive metal, magnesium is highly reactive. Then before going to study the reactivity, which metal is the more reactive, you have to know. See what happens, dear students, you will come to know in 10th standard their reactivity series. But before that I will give a little bit highlights idea. The reactivity series here. Reactivity series, we can say reactivity series. Series of metal. See, sodium. Sorry, first potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium. Then next aluminium, then iron, again copper and all other the metals are there. Copper, then silver, gold, platinum. See, these are the metals: potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, iron, copper, silver, gold, platinum. These are the metals. Why I arrange this one? Because I arrange on the basis of the reactivity. On the basis of reactivity, I have arranged the metals. See what happens? Potassium is highly reactive than sodium. Potassium is more reactive. Potassium is more reactive than sodium. Sodium is more reactive than calcium. Calcium is more reactive than sodium, magnesium. Magnesium is more reactive than aluminium. Aluminium is more reactive than iron. Iron is more reactive than copper. Copper is more reactive than silver. Silver is more reactive than copper. Copper is more gold. Gold is more reactive than platinum. See what happens? The reactivity decreases when we go down to the groups. See what happens? That is called as the reactivity series of the metals. See here we have taken the magnesium. Magnesium in the reactivity series, magnesium is a more reactive than copper. See, it is more than above places. See, magnesium is a more reactive. Potassium is a more reactive than magnesium. See, we will study in the 10th standard or potassium and sodium we are storing in the kerosene oil. Why? Because when we take this potassium into the atmosphere, it catches the fire because it is highly reactive with atmospheric oxygen. Catches fire suddenly, highly reactive. And when we take the sodium from the kerosene oil and when we put it in a water, it will catch fire. Sodium, potassium, highly reactive than sodium because when you open into the atmosphere, it catches fire. Sodium, it will not catch the fire with atmospheric oxygen. It will catch it with the water. It will catch the fire with the water. See, that's why sodium is a less reactive than potassium, isn't it? Calcium is a less reactive than sodium. Here what happens, we have used the magnesium. Magnesium is a more reactive than copper. Magnesium is a more reactive. It will react very fastly with atmospheric oxygen and catches fire and all. See what happens with the sulfate ion. The magnesium is a more reactive than copper. Copper is present in the bottom of the reactivity series. That's why copper is a more less reactive with the sulfate. Magnesium is a more reactive with the sulfate. What happens? It forms the magnesium sulfate and copper will be separated up. See what is the definition? The displacement reaction is a reaction in which highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its ion. See Cu plus SO4 minus an ion, C negative. There will be ions in the aqueous solution. See what happens? Highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its ions is called as the displacement reaction. That is the reaction in which highly reactive metal displaces the less reactive metal from its ions. Yes. Next, dear students, now we will study the chemical properties of metals. By zooming the video, you can write down the notes, also points, whatever I am mentioning on the board. Next, dear students, the chemical properties of non-metals. Chemical properties of non-metals. See what happens here, dear students? You know the non-metals? The non-metals like nitrogen, carbon, sulfur. Isn't it? You have studied the properties of non-metals. The non-metals are non-malleable. Non-metals are non-ductile. The non-metals are unable to convert into a thin sheet. Non-metals are unable to convert into a thin wire. Non-metals are non-ductile, non-malleable. Non-metals, when it strikes to the surface, it will not produce a ringing sound. Non-metals are having they doesn't have the shining surface. When we cut with a sharp edge, the non-metals, they will not have the lustrous. The non-metals are the bad conductor of heat and electricity. The like a plastic, wood, and the different materials, chalk, isn't it? These are the non-metals. Then next, dear students, non-metals are present in all the states of matter. For example, solid, liquid, gas. Yes. See, next, dear students, the chemical properties of non-metals. Physical property we have studied. Chemical property. The first one, that is reaction with oxygen. See, non-metals are also present in gaseous form. Oxygen, nitrogen, that is it is a non-metal. which is present in the gaseous state. Bromine is a non-metal which is present in the liquid state. Sulfur, phosphorus is a non-metal which is present in the liquid powder form or solid form. Yes, amorphous form also we can say. See what happens, dear students? Non-metal is present in all the three states of matter. Yes. Next to dear students, when non-metals, the reaction of non-metals. The reaction of non-metals with oxygen. The reaction of non-metals with oxygen. See, when non-metals react with the oxygen, see, non-metals like C, carbon is a non-metal. Carbon is a non-metal. When it reacts with the oxygen, it forms the oxides of that non-metal. See what happens? Carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. Carbon plus oxygen, that gives CO2. When non-metal, carbon is a non-metal. When non-metals reacts with the atmospheric oxygen and gives carbon dioxide. Yes? See, you have to write when non-metals react with the atmospheric oxygen, they form the oxides of that metal. Similar, when metals react with the oxygen, they form the metallic oxide. Yes? Next, dear students, sulfur is also used. Sulfur dioxide and sulfur trioxide. Yes, in the form of gas that will be liberated. Yes, that's the first property of the non-metals. Next, come to the second property. The reaction of metals with the reaction of non-metals with water. Reaction of non-metals with water. See, non-metals, when we add into the water, they are non-reactive. The non-metals, they will not show any reaction with water. That's why we can say the non-metals are non-reactive with water. Non-metals are non-reactive with water. Yes. Next, dear students, reaction with acids and bases. That will also not. Non-metals. Reaction of non-metals with acids and bases. Reaction of non-metals with the acids and bases. See, here also non-metals are non-reactive with acids and bases. They will not show any reaction. The non-metal, they will not show any reaction with water, and also that will not show the reaction with acids, and also the non-metals that will not show any reaction with bases also. Yes. Next, dear students, the uses of metals and non-metals. Uses of metals and non-metals. See, nowadays we are using the metals in everywhere, in all the aspects. See, we are seeing the different things which is made up by the metals. See, in everyday life we are using the different applications which is made up by the or equipments which is made up by the metals. See, in case of industrial purpose, all the spare parts are there made up by the metals, and vehicles. See, even the bicycles, that is bikes, automobiles, and the vans, buses, train, and aeroplane, that is made up by the even the ships are also made up by the metals like iron, copper, and all. Yes. The next after this one, in case of industry, then in all the aspects, machinery parts, automobiles, aeroplanes, trains, satellites, industries. The next gadgets, cooking utensils. In kitchen we have the cooking utensils. They are made up by the metals. Write the applications or the right uses of metals in ask examinations. The next, even the water bottles, etc. They are made up by the metals. Lot of applications are there. You are right in all the aspects. See, even the chair, table, and windows, doors, the different applications are there, and even the electrical equipments that contains the wires that is made up by the metals. Yes. The next, uses of non-metals. Uses of non-metals. Uses of non-metals. The first one, see, the non-metal is very essential component for our survival on the earth. See, oxygen is a non-metal. Oxygen is a non-metal that is applicable for us to inhale the air. That is during the inhalation, during the breathing. See, we are taking the oxygen to survive on the earth. That is for breathing. For breathing. Next, dear students, non-metals used in the fertilizers to enhance, used in the fertilizers, fertilizers means the NPK, urea that we are adding in the field to enhance the growth of the crop. Urea we are adding in the field. In which what happens? That is made up by the urea, nitrogen, hydrogen, sulfur, iron. That is NPK. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. Potassium is a metal. Nitrogen, phosphorus, that is non-metal. Yes, urea, that is mixture of ammonia now. See what happens? Nitrogen, hydrogen is present in the urea. Nitrogen is a non-metal. Yes. The next, dear students, the non-metals used in the water purification process. That is chlorination for water purification. For water purification, we are using the non-metals. The next, we are using the non-metals in the purple colored solutions, which is applied on the wood as antiseptic. As antiseptic, see purple color, the antiseptic we are using during wound. When we are getting wound, we are using the antiseptic. That is purple color solution. That is made up by the non-metal. Yes. Water purification, that is chlorination. Yes, we are adding. Then after this one, non-metals are using in the crackers, that is phosphorus. Crackers. Non-metals are using in the crackers. Isn't it? these are the lot of applications are there in case of metals and non-metals. In examination, you may ask, write the uses of metals and non-metals. That time you have to write these are the uses for breathing and taking the oxygen. That is a non-metal. Oxygen and non-metal. Then used in the fertilizing, used in the production of fertilizers. See, they are using the nitrogen, phosphorus, and all different materials, urea and all that is made by the non-metal. The next, for water purification, see what happens, chlorine is using for the water purification. In the water purification tank, the chlorination is adding, see, to kill the microorganisms. Here also we are using the non-metals. Then in the antiseptic, the non-metals are using for the preparation of antiseptic, the non-metals are used. Then next, in the preparation or in the manufacture of crackers, the non-metals are using. That's all about the today's class. The remaining we will study in the next class. Thank you.